Guys, it's Fonzie with DipYourCar.com, world famous peelable auto paints. Now, we've had requests to do something like this for a long time, so I want to put some time into it to get it done. What I've done is compiled a list of questions from Facebook, Facebook Messenger, emails, Twitter, Instagram, and of course YouTube comments, and tried to do a little bit of a mix and match of everything. A little bit dipping industry related stuff, a little bit personal stuff. So if nothing else, this will be a little bit fun and a little bit interesting to go through. So we'll go through one question at a time. First one off the top is Ahmad asks, what's your favorite dip color and your favorite car? Well, I want to answer this as a dipper, not as a business, but as a dipper dipping my own cars. My favorite dip color would be Storm Cloud Gray Metallic. And the reason that I'm answering that way, I know it's not the craziest color or the nuts type of color shift or anything like that. The reason why I think Storm Cloud Gray Metallic would be my favorite is because if I didn't work at Dip Your Car, if I just had a standard job completely unrelated, that's probably the color that my personal car would be. That's the one I would probably dip it. So Storm Cloud Gray Metallic, personal all-time favorite dip color. Favorite car is going to have to be the Audi RS7. I think because it's the best of almost every world. It's big enough so that I can get my wife and kid in the car, I can go grocery shopping, and then the performance side is there as well. Jesse asks, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Honestly, I have absolutely no answer for that because I have no idea. If you would have asked me 5 years ago, where do you see yourself in 5 years? If you would have asked me 2 years ago, where do you see yourself in 2 years? I would have been completely inaccurate with whatever my estimation or my forecasting would be. The way the business is growing, and the business I mean the dipping industry as a whole, I have no idea where we're going to end up 10 years from now. I could give you some wild guess, but realistically, it wouldn't be very educated. And if you know me by now, you know that I usually don't guess with stuff if I don't know for sure. So where do I see myself in 10 years? I have absolutely no idea. Hopefully on the same path, helping move the industry and the market and the community forward and helping everybody enjoy their products and have a good time along the way. Now, Karsten asks, what has been your toughest obstacle so far? And I'm assuming that you're asking our toughest obstacle as far as starting DYC and growing the business, growing the trend in the market and industry. Honestly, the answer for that is if I looked at all the problems, all the challenges, all the mountains that we've had to climb, and believe me, this has not been an easy road throughout this time, I think the toughest obstacle is one that was just for me personally, and that was in the very beginning at the end of 2011 when I've already had Dip Your Car rolling for 3, 4, 5 months. I had a corporate job that I'd been there for about 9 years. I made good money, and having to jump ship on that and go full-time with Dip Your Car. That was for me the toughest obstacle because I had a very steady employment for over 9 years and I had a very bright career path ahead of me. So to jump off of that and go Dip Your Car full-time was a massive gamble at the time. And I remember I was even talking to my mom back then, and she was asking how the business was going. I said, good. I said, I think I'm going to put my 2 weeks in at my job. And it was just a string of 15 no's in a row. No, 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 no. And everybody had told me at that time that it would be a poor decision because I had something to keep running down. But sometimes you just got to go with your gut and take a chance. To be honest with you, I'm glad I took it, obviously. But it was one of those things where I laid in bed at night and just thought about it for 6, 7 hours in a row one night and said, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. So other than that, we have obstacles, we have challenges, we have mountains to climb every single day, every single week. That's just the nature of having a business. But we don't really stress about those anymore. No matter how big of a problem you may get in front of you in the business sense, we're going to power through all of them anyway. So they all kind of just mush together. Now, Donovan asks, do you feel removable coatings could replace traditional paints one day? And I know a lot of people may expect me to say yes on that one, and I'm going to say no. Removable coatings and paints are two completely different things trying to accomplish two completely different results. Removable coatings are not trying, in my opinion, to remove or replace paints from the industry by any means. If someone in my seat had their main focus or main mission to be replacing paints and making them obsolete, I don't think that person's going to find much success. Paints have been around a very long time for a reason. Removable coatings is a new and extremely exciting option for people moving forward, and they will definitely have their place of market share, but they're not after, at least from my seat, we're not after to replace paint. You know, you see posts and hashtags out there from time to time, especially in our communities, paint is dead. You're never going to see me post anything along the lines of paint is dead. Paint's been around way too long to die, and again, we're not trying to replace paint, but we are offering options here. If you want to change the color of your car or a part of your vehicle, whatever it is, and you want that to be permanent, paint is a pretty good option for you. With the removable coatings, Plasti Dip, Autoflex, stuff like that, you're giving somebody the opportunity to change the color of any portion of their vehicle without the commitment of permanent. You can go back and change it back to the original or change it again. Those are two totally different things, and both of them have their place. Phil asks, how big of a role does Plasti Dip play in your business now in 2016? That's a really interesting question, because in 2011, 2012, Plasti Dip was everything for us. DipYourCar literally only sold Plasti Dip, no accessories, no nothing. And as time has gone on, we've picked up some other products. We've brought in a lot of DipYourCar accessories, and the market has kind of shifted a little bit. To answer the question directly, Plasti Dip is still a massive piece of DipYourCar's business. A huge percentage of DipYourCar's daily revenue is Plasti Dip products. Plasti Dip is the foundation that DipYourCar was built on. That's never going to change. Our relationship with Plasti Dip is better than it's ever been, and the relevance of Plasti Dip products within DipYourCar as a platform have never been more important. We're going to continue working with Plasti Dip in the future. We've got some awesome projects coming up with Plasti Dip that I wish I could tell you more about, but you'll see them very soon. Now, we have started some partnerships with some awesome companies and entities out there. I mean, we have really good relationships with some other companies outside of Plasti Dip, but even in 2016, Plasti Dip is walking right next to us side by side, and that ain't going to change anytime soon. So Ruben asks, what is the formula for figuring out how many gallons you need to Plasti Dip your vehicle? And here's the answer, Ruben. There is no secret formula. There's no chart, there's no formula you can go to. Every single car, every single vehicle is a unique circumstance. The size of your car, what model it is, what color your car or vehicle is now, what color and finish you want to bring that vehicle to, and are there any pieces of the vehicle that you're not spraying, so say the roof or the mirrors, anything like that. Those are all variables that play a role in the final formula for your specific vehicle. Now, we can give you guidelines as far as a coupe, you should be around 3 gallons of base. A sedan, you should be around 4 gallons of base. A larger sedan, small SUV, or small pickup truck, you're around 5 gallons of base. We can give you those formulas to start on and build on. But if you want a specific list of what you should use and what you need to get your vehicle dipped properly, there needs to be a conversation there. And we need to talk about details. That's the only way to get that done properly. Now, one magic rule is, since DYC Top Coat has come out, you've seen people start to replace Plasti Dip gallons with DYC Top Coat. So if I was going to dip my S6 black, maybe I'd start with 4 gallons of black PDS. Well, say I wanted to do Black Betty Pearl. Maybe I'd use 2 gallons of Dip Pearl Top Coat. You don't replace 2 gallons of that black Plasti Dip with Dip Pearl Top Coat and have 2 black and 2 Dip Pearl Top Coat. Dip Pearl Top Coat is for cosmetic uses. It's just to add an effect or a finish to the car. It does not, by definition, add to peelability. So if I was going to do my S6, which is a mid-size sedan, in Black Betty Pearl, I'd still have those 4 gallons of black PDS there as my base. Then bring in the Dip Pearl Top Coat for my effect or finish on top. So remember that when you're putting gallons together for a job, Dip Pearl Top Coat is for cosmetic purposes. It doesn't add to the peelability long term. Now, our longtime buddy Josh asks, will there ever be a DIY line of fuel-resistant top coats? And my answer to that is yes, I believe there will. And the reason for that is because we're pretty deep into some long-term testing on one right now. Not something that would replace DYC top coat, but something that would go over DYC top coat as kind of a protective layer. Now, let's be realistic. Is a DIY customer spending DIY prices, using DIY equipment in a DIY environment, ever going to be able to replicate a finish like High Gloss Autoflex? That's a bit of a stretch. So keeping realism in focus here. Back to your original question, will you be able to find yourself as a DIY customer using something that will protect a dipped vehicle from lighter scratches to medium scratches and fuel resistance? Yes, I think that we're pretty darn close. So Alex asks, when will there be a chrome Plasti Dip? Now this is a question that I've gotten a lot over the past years. People asking, dude, make chrome, make chrome. If you've been following my Instagram page, you know that I've been testing different options for chrome for a long time now. Now some of them look really good, but are not durable. Some of them are pretty darn durable, but don't really look like chrome. So here's the major problem with this. We're using the word chrome. In my opinion, if I ever sold something with the word chrome on it, it better be freaking chrome. I'm not going to sell a bright aluminum looking or bright metallic looking or shiny metallic product and call it chrome. Chrome is a mirror finish, and unless I'm going to give you guys a mirror finish chrome, I'm not going to bring anything to market at that point. So we're working on it, and we'll continue to work on it, and we've gotten pretty close. But when we have a true chrome finish, then we'll bring you a chrome Plasti Dip. Now Preston asks a cool question, what does a day in the life of the prep team look like? Now a lot of you guys know there's a team of guys over at the DYC Retail Center led by Gabe. If you've been on the DYC Facebook community, you're familiar with Gabe already. And what they do is they take the car and prep it and get it ready for our video shoot. So for example, if we're going to give the S8 a brand new color, the car will come into the bay early the first morning. It'll get a full wash and then be brought in, and the masking will start. Obviously, we always wash the car the day before, at least 24 hours before we're going to spray it. So the day one, they'll fully wash the car, bring it in, start the masking process. Day two, by the time I get there, the car is fully masked, fully prepped, and ready to spray. Now, if we're doing a car and we're a little bit short on time, or it's something a little bit more turnkey, what Gabe will do is if the car needs a black base coat or needs a gunmetal gray base coat, he'll actually spray the 4 to 5 coats of black or gunmetal gray before I get there. So by the time I get there, we're able to capture the video portion, which is the portion I'm participating in, usually the pearls or whatever kind of fancy coats that we're doing, and then we finish up the video. So what Gabe and his team will do is mask, prep, and even spray base coat sometime in order to help the process go smoothly. They play a major, major role in the process. Now a couple more. Charles asks, do you ever get tired of hearing people down talk dip? Absolutely not. I could not possibly care less about what people have to say. When you have the type of exposure and success that DipYourCar, Plasti Dip have, it's just part of the deal. You're going to have people that love it, you're going to have people that are completely neutral, and you're going to have people that hate it. It just comes with the territory. If I see a meme or a post or somebody hating on Plasti Dip, I rarely ever take time to go in there and correct someone or educate them on the product. I could not care less. It comes with the territory. Never let that stuff bother you. Never. Because what does it really matter if someone who has no idea what Plasti Dip is says that it's crap? Can't stop them from thinking that, so just focus on the positive stuff and keep moving forward. All right, last one for this round. Scott asks, what do you think you'd be doing now if you never picked up that can of dip in your garage? Now that's an interesting question because as I mentioned earlier, I had a really good solid career. I'd been there 9 years. I had a bright path ahead of me, but I hated that job. There were new owners that purchased the company a little while before that. The owners and I weren't seeing eye to eye. They wanted to change a lot of things around, change the core structure of the old business, and I wanted to kind of get out of that anyway. I had actually applied for a sales position at Audi of Coral Springs, my local Audi dealership. Audi's being a big passion of mine, as you guys know, because I thought I could go do something that I love and go try selling Audis. Now, that is not an easy job. I know that for a fact. But if I could walk around talking about Audis all day and have that ability to kind of control my own income based on commission. That was something that really intrigued me. So if I never started Dip Your Car, I probably would have left that job eventually anyway and tried my hand at being an Audi salesman. Now that is it for the first round. Now if you guys like and want to see more of this type of thing, you have to let me know. Like the video, comment below, and let me know that you want to see more videos like this. I love connecting with you guys on this type of level. You guys know the deal. It's Fonzie from Dip Your Car. If you need anything at all, customer service at dipyourcar.com. We'll do whatever we can to help you out. I'll see you in the next video.